What is going on, guys? Brooklyn, welcome to the stream, brother. We're trying to do one final push here to get ready for the shows. So, Alexa, turn on office lights. Isn't that always the way? All right, let's see here. Right now, we are in the middle of doing custom matches. I'm not going to do them all on stream, but I am going to go through and do some of them on stream. CAWs off, I'm off. This is my 20 count outside the ropes here. I like this here too, you can turn these on or off for the different match types. The entrances, like the mid-entrance run-in or something else like that, so that's also good. But most of the time, this doesn't take a whole lot of time to do. You come through, you know, if you want to start seeing a variety of things, like I'm getting tired of seeing the sledgehammer all the time, you know what I mean? Guitars never get old. And you got to make sure that you name these things something you understand. Like I've got my own little thing for like falls count anywhere or whatever. What's going on, Iffy? Welcome to the stream. I want to share my video out to the SSU if you'd already done it. It's hard to get me, like, beat me to it, you know what I mean? But she did it. So I just have a list, like, I've showed you guys my spreadsheet, but I just have a spreadsheet of stuff. So I just do this. Now this one, this will be interesting. I have not won a match like this, and I am determined to do it. Elimination, yep, falls count anywhere. You're going to see a prevailing thing in all of these is I want a table in every single match type we've got. That's the other thing. I'm going to figure this one out too. I don't know. And people probably do, but I don't know where the special, like where you say, oh, this is my favorite type of weapon. So now we're just going to do the ones that we really need. Like right now we really need... Huh? Battle Royal. A Battle Royale. That's interesting. I think normally we have this, and I might not do it this way this year. I might not have... At 2 minutes, I don't think we need. We're going to leave that off this year. So that'll be a new little twist. Actually trying to figure out better ways to name this. Normally, if you name it a certain way, it goes in a certain order. And it doesn't always clue you in. Like sometimes I'll go like right past what I'm looking for. So trying to do it a little bit smarter this year, which I don't get accused of a lot. Let me look at one thing, because I don't think we have these. I just want to make sure. Okay. Two on two. We're also going to try this one this year. An Iron Man tag. I don't even think I got that written down. That's fine. Yeah, we'll allow it. Chair, kendo stick, table, stop sign, trash can. But you see how fast, what's going on, JT? Welcome to the stream. But you see how fast, like, you can do this. We just happen to have a lot of things. We have a lot of really cool match types, to be fair. All right, we need the Elimination Chamber, pin or submission, of course, falls count anywhere. And we found that 90 seconds is the right interval to do this. It's like just enough where the first people inside the match could win. Like they still have an opportunity. But this is survival title. That way later on when I'm trying to figure out what I did, I'll know. Then we have these basic ones. Well, hold on, let's do the gauntlet. Yeah, the old battle royale with cheese. Let's do the gauntlet match. Where's that at? Gauntlet Eliminator. Wow, you can go higher this year, but I think that's enough right there. 2-minute ring capacity. This is what makes this match so hard. 4. You'll see, like our default does not allow for rope breaks, automatic rope breaks. You've got your leg can be under, and I think that kind of adds to some of the drama. Your leg can be under, and that is not going to stop what's coming. This is for the Outlaw title. Eight-man. There's going to be so many cool, like, match types this year. Like, for instance, we're going to see should be basically no way to win this match. But it's nice that we have some different ways, like some different things to do now backstage. Should add to the drama. What's going on, Triple Beat? Welcome to the stream, brother. Okay, so there's that. Now, you guys haven't seen... There's way more to do on that, but you guys haven't really got to see the new people that we've got done. Eagle Star, Drew, Grady, Herbie, we've seen them. Logan, Paul, JP. Oh, the new Jakai. Rowdy, Sam, Hacksaw, Sentinel. There's a couple ladies we are going to test out this morning because I haven't had a chance to test them to just make sure everything's on the up and up. But the brand new Rebecca Dawn and the brand new Misty, the brand new Heather, and now we can really do something that's pretty cool. That's going to be really interesting. Let's test them out right now. Let's test them out right now. Custom match. Let's put them in the Monday Night Arena. Do Rebecca Dawn. Heather D. Misty. I think Kylie. Just look and make sure. Yeah. Yeah, it has taken some time. So I figured out, this is why this is sped up a little bit. I figured out what I typically do to get there. Hey, what's going on, Matt? Welcome to the stream, brother. Matt, when is your CAW going to be ready? And Triple Beat, do you want to be in the TCW? New entrance for Rebecca Dawn. Now, I don't have most of these CAWs right now don't have like the entrance attire done either. So right now I'm just doing their wrestling attire. This is how we're speeding this up. We're doing their wrestling attires. I'm not mastercrafting their movesets right off the bat. I'm doing the initial method, so, and I'm writing it down. Like, a few of them have mastercrafted movesets, but the initial where their signatures and their finishers are done, and I go through real quick. You'll see me do this. I'm going to pick one, and we'll do it. And her opponents first. I'll make sure that I'll make sure that the springboards aren't like too crazy, like that's being done right. And then that's it. I kind of move on. And then as the year goes on, every week I'm going to mastercraft movesets. I'm going to create more of the wrestlers. But right now, we're like super close to where we have enough wrestlers to actually put on our first show. And then I'll just keep adding a couple wrestlers. Well, if you have one that's basically you, or based on you, that would be the one.
From Austin, Texas, the Grim Reaper.
And I'm telling you, it's going to be a big year for Misty. So I've always tried to get Misty to look like this, and we have never been able to get this because they didn't really have the right body types. Like, it was either way too big or way too little, so we always erred on... Yeah, I did like 4 or 5 of us that are absolutely mastercrafted, and it took way too long. Like, we wouldn't even have a show till halfway through the year. I wouldn't have enough people. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, I was like, how did I do this? And I started making out my list. And I was like, oh yeah, every year I make a list just like this. I write down all the wrestlers' names, and there's categories. And I just start going down the list.
Texas, the Crusher, Kyle E. Watson.
Yeah, the big thing, Matt, if you can have the basic look, like just have the basic look and have your moveset put in, then upload it, because do you remember last year I toadsify every single except for one. There's just one that I can't do, but everybody else I toadsify them, you know, that's what I call it. And plus there are rules, and I noticed that like I make my guy almost the same way every single year. My finishing move has been the same. But I keep noticing that people that create their own characters change their finishing move every year. And in the WCW or TCW now, it does not go down that way. Because everybody only gets... There's only one finishing move. Like, there's not two people in my universe that have the stunner, or two people in my universe that have the pedigree, or two people in my universe that have the rock bottom. It's only one. So... And that's not how everyone is. So I always tell people, put your finishing moves, there's 5 slots, put them in the order in which you want them. And it's not that we can't change and evolve wrestlers, but typically, especially when we first start out, there's not going to be those big wholesale changes. We're going to get everybody built, see what we got, and then see if we can make those changes. So there's a couple notes I've got on some wrestlers that we do that. What's going on, R2K? Welcome to the stream, brother. Like, R2K is a good example. R2K sent me a character that was 6'9". That does not line up with how things were. So, R2K in my universe is back to his normal size, but a little bit bigger. The 6'9" or 7 R2K would have been a shock to everybody's system. But it's interesting. The moveset works out, though, really well. We've tested R2K, like, with our sliders. And I'm still, that's just why, like, that's why I didn't go live today. I mean, to do our first show today. I've got enough people to technically do it. We need a couple more, kind of. It would be nice to have a couple more, which is what we're going to do over the next day or so. But we also need to keep testing the sliders. The sliders in the game are so different from last year. Matter of fact, I've got people's ratings wrote down, and everybody now, with the ratings we have set, just like we had in last game, which were all like 85, this year they're all like 90, 91, 92, and I haven't changed any of the settings. So somehow the way that the computer is weighting the ratings is different. And they took out some it's fine. Not a big deal. We got it all. It's all, like, the moves and everything are all straightened out, as long as that's the look that you want. But they got rid of, so there used to be 2 different ways and 2 different things where one was a block and one was a dodge, and they got rid of the block set, and now you only have the dodge. So, and then they added 2 more. They've got it now, which is very interesting. And ours is up a little bit. But wrestler downtime. They had referee downtime. Right now they have wrestler downtime. So where people were no-selling moves, they still no-sell moves sometimes. Oh, watch this, watch this, watch this. Oh, right on the thing. Kylie didn't let her do the rest of the animation. And because they've added all the different body types, they really, like, we're really making people look different. Yeah, upload them. Let me just look at them. If they look basically the same, then don't worry about it. But if they have vastly different looks, then yeah, let me look at them. It's funny, the face scan that you used this year was Reese Rangy last year, who only had a match or two. Like, there wasn't a lot of matches, but I thought that was interesting. I don't think we're going to get to your CAW today. I do have it written down, though, so there will be a time where we do your CAW for sure. We've got too many. We have too many people, because our universe mode is story-based related. There are too many people right now that have storylines that I've got to find. They've got to be in. Like, we can't skip over them in their stories. Here, right after this match, we're going to try something, and I'm going to show you guys something that I'm very, very, very excited about. Yeah, he wasn't in the thing long enough. I know what he looks like because I created him, and I saw it. But yeah, Reese wasn't a big character in the thing. He wanted to be in, and then all of a sudden disappeared. So he was in as fast as he was out. What's going on, Temple? Welcome to the stream, brother. Yeah, I'm enjoying the stuff too. But just trying to get things dialed in. It's really close right now. You see how this match is going? So we're really close on the sliders right now. There's still some tweaks, I think, that have to be done, but this is Rebecca Dawn's new finisher. Well, this is interesting. That's her old finisher, but for some reason I couldn't find it the last 2 years. And then we found it this year. Hoping Vipiro gets the game today, because Vipiro and Zach Hamilton are the Universal Tag Team Champions. Right now, we don't have either one of them. So hopefully he can get it today. We'll see. But some of that stuff, like, we can still kind of play around with it a little bit. Joker, when is your guy going to be ready? When is your CAW going to be ready? I haven't seen them uploaded yet. Remember, guys, when you upload your character, use the hashtag TOTES, hashtag TOTES. Oh, that's a big one right there. That is a big old slam right there. I'm so excited about the CAWs, though, this year. The created wrestlers, like, we're finally getting, like, this is how I pictured Kylie. How I pictured Crimson, Misty. Like, we're finally starting to see, and we have enough different body types where now it's really going to start mattering. I'll show you something else, too, with the hair models. They actually updated, like, yeah, they updated hair models, but they actually updated some of the older hair models as well. And I'm going to show you what I mean. And so when you're out there and you're creating,
here is your winner,
if you look at Kylie's hair right now, it's like one that's in between, but it's what I call, it kind of looks like clay. I like now, even though that I hid the match, it will now show the match type or the match there. I hope it does it in universe mode. We haven't done anything in universe. So if you go in here to, let's go into Kylie's hair because I really want to that is her old hair, but it's not right. Like, if you look at all these other ladies' hair, look at the state of their hair. Might even have to fix Cheyenne's. I think hers is due to color, not because of like the texture. So we come in here, we go to attire, go to appearance. When you come in here and you are looking at the hair, you can see we're towards the bottom right now. And when we look at a lot of these hair, like different styles, that one has been updated. That one has not been updated. Look at the difference. There's not a lot of texture or depth. Look at this. You can see like the different, it's a little shiny, but you can see like it's a little more like hair. That, I mean, it's close. Like they did it, but they didn't do it. Like they didn't take it far enough. And I'm going to show you what I mean. They kind of tried to update that one. You can see they tried to update that one. They updated this one. Like that is a lot better. Not. Look at that. Like that is... So when you're going in and you're picking out hairstyles, at least this year they didn't update that. Look at that one. You can just see the difference. That one's not updated. Shockingly, this one used to look terrible. And you can say whatever you want about the hair, but they update. At least it's got depth to it now. Not updated. That one's updated. 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 Updated, but it doesn't have the... They did what they could do with it. Not updated. Not updated. That's Elvira's hair. This one, it's funny. It is updated. It's hard to tell with it being brown, but this is actually an updated hairstyle. This is that's the hairstyle Sarah has. This is another one it's hard to tell in this one, but it is updated as well. Not updated. So, like, don't get me wrong, they can't update. What's going on, Vipiro? You getting the game today? Is today the day? So, if you pick hairstyles from the top, these are the newer hairstyles. And then there's some hairstyles on that are like locked behind the island. Now, if you use any island parts, apparently they are letting you upload them. But unless the person on the other end has it, they can't download them. So it might be Kylie's new hair. This is going to be somebody's hair this year. I'm excited for that to happen. Maybe that'll be Kylie's hair. No, that's it. That's going to be it. Yeah. That'll be Kylie's hair. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, what's weird about some of the tattoos, it's some of the images that are uploaded, and I can't tell if it's because of a body type or if it's because of something else. Um, what's going on, Logan? Welcome to the stream, brother. Logan, one of the top ticket buyers in our community. All right. Debating on what to do right now. Let's do this. I said we were going to do it. I want to show. We're going to have to work our way through this, but I'm pretty excited about this. So, in setting up our universe, we can finally go in, and I created enough of them, enough of the faction to do it now. So we can come in here, add the longest reigning faction that has ever been in the game. We can now put them in whatever order we want. And these guys are a great example of why this is going to be really, really good. And I also want to show you the limitations. So this isn't exactly what I was talking about before, but this is the start of it. So we got the team announced. Still going to call them the NWO, even though that's not what they are. Now, this is the cool part. Now, you see who's in this. We can leave it just like this, even though it shows them all solo. We can come over here. We can put in tag team finishers or whatever, but we don't really need to. The only thing that I would really kind of look at doing, maybe, not even generic tag, unless you only planned on there being one tag team. I would almost say here, I would almost say, you'd almost want to put them separate. For the trio entrance, I would come in and add something. Like, there's only so many of the big entrances, like the 4 and the 5-man entrances. I don't even know if you can set them, to be fair. But typically, even for the trio entrance, I come in and just set it for something different than what the basic thing is. Oh. They added a few this year. I can't remember what the name is, so we'll just do the basic thing. Just so we can see. But we want to set our base team up, whatever your base team is. And you don't need to do this, but I guarantee you, if you run a universe or you play in universe, every one of you has got an idea when I show you what we're about to do. Every one of you will have an idea on, well, that would work for this team or for that team, or I wish I could do it this way. And even though the music doesn't play, like it, this is the OCD in me. I gotta have it. So we have it so that they can do that. We've got it set up so that they can walk out individually. And that's almost what I'd want to do. Because I think now, if I say Kylie is going to walk out with Heather, she'll stand back and actually walk out in a manager role. Now, the other cool thing, tag, trio, quad, manager. You can set the role inside the faction. And you can do this. Save this. Now the base team is saved. Now you go back in and you create another team. But I go straight to team affiliation. I go straight to this team. I can name them something else if I feel like it. I mean, all the way down to what it's announced. But now I add, we know Misty and Kylie are a tag team. They have been for a while. But a lot of these people have been different tag teams. Yeah, Rebecca is Sentinel's wife. We don't play up on relationships like that, but still. And now we could technically, I wonder if there's a different way. Like we could come in here if we wanted to and name, like we could name them Power and Glory inside the NWO or the TWO. Or you can keep calling them the TWO, it doesn't really matter. But Power and Glory. They should be booed. They are a tag team. We come in here. We can set up a tag team finisher for this particular team right here. Doesn't matter who you pick, just pick whoever. I like to do for the finishers. Where did it go? Pin combo. And honestly, it can be anything. I'm not going to get too locked up into this right now, but now that's going to be their finisher. It looks like it didn't save, but just hit the circles back out and you can go back in. You see Fratliner is now saved. Together, we're going to come in here. See if we can do the template. TWO. That didn't work. Come in here, TWO movie. But you could give them their own Titantron even. Like, think about, like, the DX, like, back in the day, the original Wolfpack. Like, the Wolfpack inside the NWO. Not with Sting and Lex Luger, but the Outsiders and X-Pac. Let's just do this real quick. So we set these guys up. Oh no, it's just interesting facts, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't play romantic storylines anyway. So yeah, I wasn't even talking about that. I just... Interesting fact. You being new here, there's a couple husband wives that are on here. But that's not the storylines inside the game. I do this every time. Okay, now we come out, and now we can make these two come out how we want them to come out. Which is huge to me. Like, this is big time. So now, instead of everybody in the same faction coming out the same way, having the same whatever, you can get in here and really start making people seem a lot more like themselves. Yeah, they're part of the TWO. Yeah, they're doing the whatever. Yeah, they come out and they're a part of a big faction, but what is this? What? So it's funny, you might have people like in the faction that are more serious, you know, so you have like a more serious tag team, and you might have some other that, yeah, it could, you never know. You never know. You know what's funny about the TWO storyline? It goes all the way back to season 1. Yeah, see, like, this kind of matches them. So, bam, we got this, right? Power and glory.
Here are your winners. The Grim Reaper, Mighty.
So now you go in and you look at
And the Crusher,
the way.
Here are your winners. The Grim
Everybody only gets one, so I see everybody put in a face and another one, but we got too many people to.
Here are your winners.
Now, this is the next part. The championships is what I really, really like.
And the Crush. Here are your winners. The Grim Reaper, Mighty Watson. And here are your winners. The Grim Reaper, Mighty
So bam.
Watson.
You got that. We save it. And watch what happens. Now we go to the TWO. What? We go to the TWO, but right underneath it, with that little line there, you've got Power and Glory inside the TWO. In their role here, they're singles in the larger group, but here they're a tag team. Okay? Cool. All right, so check this out. Now we can go in. And look, you can still pick. You can still pick Misty. You can still pick Kylie, and they're in two things right now, technically. The big one, but they're still under the other one. But now we can come in, we can pick Heather, and we can pick Cheyenne, who they've won, but Misty and Heather were technically the original tag team. And Cheyenne and Kylie were originally a tag team. But now we can come in here, bam, tag, team. Oh, we should have did this first. Team affiliation, you should do this first because bam, you do this, yes, inherit. Now you got to add the members, and the members are right here, and you're like, bam, bam. You can still have it so it announces them as the NWO. You can name it. Heather and Cheyenne if you want, you know what I mean? Here they're things, because they're in the NWO, they get booed. It still gets announced the same way as the TWO. We come over here, we can give them tag team finishers. Go in here again. Pin combos. There's one that maybe this is it. There is one that like really lines up with Cheyenne. What's going on, Jesse? Welcome to the stream, brother. Is this it? Man, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's got to be any tag team that Cheyenne's in. The whirly bird. Uh-huh. Oh, that's an owie. Yeah, we'll give him that one. Because again, that's not the point of what we're doing. But you go in here, entrance type together, tag. We don't want them to have the generic tag, but this time I think we can now go off of the other team, and this should work as far as the template goes. Power and Glory. Let's see if it works. Yeah, now that works. So Power and Glory work. But now all we have to do is go in here, change the way they walk in. You can't have one of the greatest champions of all time walking in like she's Nikki Cross. When I hit that, I didn't think that went all the way through. Well, that's going to be the interesting thing, though, JT. And look, the person that you put in the universe mode, the person that eventually we create and bring in, would really prefer it to be you. That's what works very well here. The Chosen Ones? What could this be? I wish you could customize tag entrances. Like, that's the next step. You know what I mean? The next evolution. Like, see, this is the right color scheme for the lights. Yeah, we like that. That works. That's close enough for government work. And now we'll do the one other thing. So we save that. Again, we go back. And now look, you got the TWO. You have Heather and Cheyenne. You have Power and Glory. Now we could come in here. Team affiliation. Again, TWO. And now we're going to pick Kylie and Cheyenne. Maybe that's just their names. Kylie and Cheyenne. Now, this is the thing I wanted to see. Could we change their tag team finishers? Because technically they are their own. And, yep, it lets you do it. Sounds good. Bam. So again, let's go into the template. We have Heather and Cheyenne. Boom. Everything's set up on the entrance, so it stays the same. We come in here. A little overkill on the red, but still, it's not bad. And so now, like, you can really, though, get your... You see what I'm talking about now. You can really get... your teams feeling better. Now you can have multiple teams inside your faction win title belts. And the game would have them because now you've got the tag team set up. You know what I mean? Now, like, for instance, on this team, just because Misty and Kylie now are doing well as a tag team, and maybe Cheyenne's doing her own, like, individual type run, Kylie and Cheyenne don't necessarily have to, like, split up. They don't necessarily have to separate. We'll call that good right there for them. Guys, too, remember, drop likes, subscribe, do the thing. Share the video out so people know what we're doing right now. They can get in and enjoy it themselves. So, again, you can keep going with a bunch of different combinations in this. Like I said, we have Heather and Misty, who were once a tag team. Melinda, being in here, wouldn't be able to tag up with Vanessa LeVay because there's only 5 people, right? So that's the thing where I wish you could make other tag teams and put them onto the group. Like, you have these 5 here, and then I could take Unholy Union and then tie them to the TWO. Without them being in the main 5, right? That's how we would be able to then start creating the bigger factions. But look, I'm saying right now, this is a huge win. This right here, just by itself, is a huge win. It's not expanding the factions, but it's allowing us to do more things inside the factions. Now, these guys can come in here and do the thing, which is going to be nice. Or what if Kylie and Cheyenne decide to leave the TWO? Well, they could leave, but they could stay Kylie and Cheyenne. You know what I mean? So, lots of cool stuff. Another team that they really did this with, the New Day, 17, the balance formation, the power formation, the speed formation. That's because they left this in here. That's where it kind of dawned on me. Oh, wow, you can do this. Very cool. I added the outsiders because they weren't, for some reason, added in there. It didn't make any sense. If you look at the OG bloodline, this is another way that, like, they're set up, right? Solo with Roman Reigns, Solo with Sami Zayn, tag with Jay and Jimmy, and then Paul Heyman's the manager. So, and I think the New World Order, yeah, Eric Bischoff, manager. So now you can add those in, where before you couldn't really add them in. Because then they would come out, if they would come out, they would come out where Eric Bischoff was like, he was in a wrestle, like in the tag motion to wrestle in the match. And you're like, so I used to just leave all the managers on the outside of it. And then it doesn't show like inside the game that they're affiliated with the whatever. So it's interesting. Very, very interesting. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I wonder... We created the people. Yep, Misty wasn't added into that. Let's go TWC. Thursday Night Outbreak. Rebecca Dawn's the one interesting. She's actually the only person on all three shows. Drew will be the next one that will kind of fall in that category also. Because then when you win the world title in TWC, and if you have a good run, and he's had a good run, then you're kind of up. But again, developmental show, but there's also people that have been in the thing for a long time. If they don't have a storyline, that's where they'll end up going. Really cool way here. You can go into any one of your shows now and do that, which is cool. The brand new Jakai. JP's here, right? Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of things. Yeah, JP's here. So let's go and upload JP for JP, because I keep forgetting to do this. Huh. The purchasable stuff isn't that big of a deal, but there's some showcasing my right stuff you gotta do to upload JP. Oh. Well, that's easy. That doesn't even cost money, so I'm leaving it all in there. There is a video that was posted in my general chat in the Discord. Go check that out. I showed you on stream how to do it, how to get those rewards and unlock all 5 of the stuff like ref bump in under 10 minutes. But there's a video that also that's what it details, so you can definitely check that out. What's going on, Raymond? Welcome to the stream, brother. Hey, Raymond, are you making your character again for me to upload? Or do you need me to make your character? I forgot. That's why I'm asking. This is who we need. This is another one like... So I'm going to show you what I've been doing to get to where I'm going. Okay. Well, I'll go back and look at the last one. And I might just make you. One of the more iconic characters we have in the game right now is who we're getting ready to make. Real quick, I got to see, because there is a problem. You can only have like one face paint. And normally we've got more things going on with her than just this. However, I'm hoping it's some dumb thing that they're like, oh, we didn't mean to do that, and they fix it. Because now, that's it. You can't add another one. So one of the things, especially when we start looking at hair and I start going through it, I start realizing it more and more. But one thing I've got to do is change the hair color first. That way we can start seeing what the hair looks like in its natural environment. The other thing is, when you're doing black hair, you almost have to lighten it up a little bit. You don't want to lighten it up too much because now it's gray, right? But to get the textures in there, you don't want this. There's no texture in that. Like, that's how I want my face paints. That's how I want some other things, but that is not how I want black hair. So bam. I made the mistake using the wrong black. Now let's go back in. And it's funny when you see, like, because we've seen these characters for so long. So when you see Miss Nightmare's hair, or any one of them, you see it. You're like, oh, there she is. I used to do a funny thing with Miss Nightmare where she had different hair. Like she had really long hair coming in to the ring, but then once she got into the ring, it's like she took off her hair and it was short hair underneath. Oh, got it. Yeah, I stopped calling it new gen like 3 years ago. I started calling it current gen. Like it's been out for 5 years. Like your PS4 and all that's last gen technology there. Oh, that is some hair right there. But hair's one of those things where when I look at it, like every time I see it, I want to look at it. No, but it's one of those things where sometimes, especially when you're changing games, that's why I like to kind of go through and look at some of them, where you might find a better hairstyle. That was her original hairstyle way back in the day. I think season 2. The Donald Trump. There's her hair. That's her hairstyle. Now they have another one. And we may have passed it already. Yeah. Yeah. So now that I know that's definitely it, now that I saw what it definitely is, see if I can just find that other one real quick. It's the same idea, but not to the extreme. Somebody's going to end up with that hair. Don't know where it went. For now, that is going to be good enough for government work. But. What if we did that? But not like so glowing. There we go. We don't want it to glow, but oh yeah. Freaky. All right, so now we've got the basic idea. Now let's go into the body. I don't even think you can put shine up this year. I don't even think that's a thing now. Like, there's some things they took out of the game. And usually I don't. You'll see, for the most part, minus a couple like outlier things, I try to keep it pretty realistic. Okay, body 6'1", 189. Now, this is another one I'm excited about because we haven't been able to make her look right. See, we don't, like, this is almost it. It's got to do with the shoulders. No. Oh, maybe, hold on. No. I'm going to try this one, to be fair. This might be the one. Yeah. Want them there, but I don't want them super like... There we go. Yeah. Want them there, but not super there. Yeah. Right about there. That's good enough. Let's go in real quick. See if I can't find a quick thumbnail, because I know we've had Miss Nightmare on thumbnails. Find a quick thumbnail to get the general idea. It's funny, you go back and you start looking at a few of the thumbnails and you're like, oh, I did not realize that it was quite that way. There we go. It's not the best, but it's enough. Okay. Attire. And she might end up with something a little different this year. Because that'll be the next step. We're going to have to get the attire on and then be like, oh, that's an interesting top. That's brand new. Look. Still not the one, but just trying a few things on the way. I wonder if they took it out. And this might not be the right body size or shape. Huh. Real quick, one more time. Actually, that might not be bad. For now. But now let's go back. I wish, like right there, you could like leave the clothes on. That way you can see. Like, I wish that was an option. That way you could see what is working and what is not working. Maybe this. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's better. Kept the veins, kept the, okay. Okay, that looks better right now, but let's keep going. Let's get the basic stuff on. Lower body. It'll be interesting if we can do Sid B on the stream. It'll be interesting to see if we can recreate it. Recreate the look that we had for her. What a cool outfit! Like that top, the top with that, like not for her, but just the overall outfit. Oh, that's somebody's pants right there. Not hers, but somebody's. That's somebody's. This is Miss Nightmares. That metallic, that is metallic, and this, let's make rubber. And then she's one of the few that have, and it's some really cool boots. Now, the question is, do they have them in this year? Yes, they do. She's one of the few. I think there's only two that actually have heels when they wrestle. Yeah, that seems to be a thing for sure. Now, one thing you always want to do, what's going on, McWayne? Welcome to the stream, brother. So look at the legs right here. I always want to see what it looks like with some of the different socks. You see how that makes them bigger? Sometimes that's what you're going for. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it makes certain shoes look better. See how that's smaller there but bigger there? Like that actually fills them out better. Or right around the ankles. It's not a bad deal. And then sometimes it makes it worse, you know what I mean? So now we leave that. We have that. Let's go back to the upper body. I think maybe it's elbow pads. Let's just look real quick. There it is. Let's do this. Let's do that. Now we can go in here to material. You see how changing the material, like, just, it really changes what you're looking at. You know what I mean? It's how you get some of the different colors in the game to line up. Not lower arm, we're looking for the hand. They have some really cool things this year for hands. Like, you see this where it's running down the finger, this one's running down the thumb. You could set that up underneath like a long sleeve shirt or dress, you know what I mean, to kind of make it look a little more that frilly look. Yeah, I think that's for her. It wasn't last year, but I think it is this year. So we want that. Here we want this. Material on the second piece. Yes. Put that on both. Leave that the way it is. And now fingers. It's interesting this year. The guy fingers and girl finger parts are vastly different. Vastly different. So we come in here. I think that's going to be good for that. Doesn't need a neck accessory. Torso, maybe a little of that. That is more of what I thought Miss Nightmare would look like body-wise. The years before, she was too big. Last year, she was too small. I think this is probably a good happy medium for what we're looking at. Now, you know Miss Nightmare's got tattoos. If you guys don't know how to do tattoos, this is a good spot to pay attention on. An interesting thing, and I used to not think, but you can pick, see how this is a square type of a design? You can pick that square type of a design, go in here, change the mapping, you switch the mapping so it's like this. And they've done a good job this year of the square tattoos being a good thing as far as sleeves go. Now, a lot of people leave their tattoos like this. Shame on you for doing that. Like, I haven't seen too many tattoos that are that dark. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, I haven't seen that many. What you should do do this, go into the opacity, whatever you want to call it, come down. Now, what I find with tattoos is this year it's about 245, 243, 242, 241 is almost too light. But usually around 243. That just looks way more realistic than, because a little bit of the skin's bleeding through now. You can kind of see it, except now the other neat thing is this year you can go to the other arm and hit copy. Now you see we copied it. I'm going to come back in here though to image placement, and do something as simple as that. And now it looks completely different. Doesn't look like it's the same tattoo at all. Good to go. Doesn't have to be crazy. You don't have to be crazy with some of the tattoos. You can come in here, simply do that. Now, to make it where she stands out a lot more, we come in here, torso tattoo. And for her, chaos just kind of makes sense. And because of the way, I wouldn't normally put this on her, but because of the way her outfit is, I'm going to, and then again, we're going to come in here because it's too dark. Now, not every tattoo is too dark. You got to look at it and make it make sense. Let's look at back tattoos. And then I think for her, a couple more things. Let's go back to the body. You see how some of these tattoos, this is the thing everybody's complaining about. Look at that one. Super dark, super light. And that's been the problem this year with some of the tattoos. I almost wish this was called, like this one was Carpe Nocturum, but right along the collarbone, doesn't matter what it says. I'm going to make it even smaller. One more thing in the front and then one more thing in the back. Let's see if we can find this. What's going on, Derek? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I finished showcase mode minus the one thing. So there's still one match I've got to. It's not the last match. I finished that. I beat the one match, but I didn't beat it the way they say they wanted it beat, and so there's still two things locked behind showcase mode. Now remember, she is a disciple of Sting. So we can take that and play up on that with the tattoo. Sting's face paint would be too obvious. So what we want to do and it might be the other one, but I think there's a cool one coming up here in just a second. What we want to do is take this one, and I just think like something should be right there. Take that again. It's way too dark, but it's about right. I wanted to put something on the front, but the more I look at it, the more I think it's fine. Yeah, I think we're good there. So we don't have some of the Nightmare logos yet, but it's okay. So we've basically got her first thing done. We don't have her entrance done, but because we're trying to do, like we're on a little time crunch, we're not going to do her entrance attire right now. We don't need to do it. We just need what she's going to have in the ring, right? So if you're out there and you're creating a universe, your universe does not have to be perfect for you to start. Just like you got to have certain things, right? So Miss Nightmare, we've got that. Oh, here's a pro tip. If you put in a custom default image right now, you can't delete it. It's got to be there. It doesn't get deleted. It doesn't do anything. Now you're stuck with it. Yeah, that looks ominous. So we got that. Let's try, oh, she's fictional. So remember, you've got fictional places too. Always set this. Too many people do not set this. And then this year, we've got a lot. So, basic information. Now we go into here again. You guys have seen this enough. You know I've got all the ratings written down. Let's go find Miss Nightmare's ratings on the sheet real quick. And look, some of these wrestlers have been doing this, like Miss Nightmare's one of them. Has been around this universe for quite some time. So when you come in, you basically start around 82 as far as the ratings go. And then through winning titles, your ratings start increasing. But this gives you an idea. She's a bigger wrestler, so doesn't have a whole lot of aerial range. That's not what she's all about. She's about doing some other things. And when you guys submit your wrestlers, like, again, I say this a lot. Everybody's got different rules in their EFEDs. Just submit your wrestler, and I will mold your wrestler to fit what we're doing. Everybody's wrestler here starts out. She's a champion right now. She's the Divas champion. But every wrestler starts out on this category at 70. Right now, she's got a boost because of the belt where she's up at 91. But when she loses the belt, it goes back down. There's residual effects of the belt. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's maxed out on this one. That's interesting. Oh, no. Hold on. We got something's going on. I'm one off. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, right now, because she's a universal champion, like, holds a universal title belt, like, it really inflates the stats. So, pin escape is typically at 70, recovery is typically at 65, special is at 70, finishers typically at 75. Again, there are residual effects from winning and losing a title belt, but that's how you go, yeah, your rating won't be up there. But again, submit it in. I will get it dialed into how it needs to be. Not a big deal. Yeah, most of all of our wrestlers, except for the ones that are winning title belts right now, are all rated between 82 and 87. The game has its boost. Like, if you understand how this game works, that's the only way you get up briefly into the 90s. So right now we have people that are in the 90s, and I'm going to have to really go back because this game is weighing things in a different way this year. So we're going to have to go back and kind of look at as the year goes on. But most of the people we're creating right now that you see in the 90s, they're holding title belts. Let's do this on her. Everybody's ground strike way down. Grapple up. Usually we do 40-60. That way it really wants to do something else. 80-85 typically. Everybody's dive tendencies are way down, but it's even worse if you're a larger wrestler. Usually it's 20-15. You're a larger wrestler. And the game still does it. That's why some of these you got to turn way down or the game will be trying to do springboards like it ain't nobody's business. Limb targeting, not really her thing. Running attack, everybody's running attack is down. Dodging, she is a bigger wrestler, so her dodging goes down. Weapon usage, all of them I've got are at 80. Table usage is always at 100. Yeah, she's not a possum pen attack. She's in your face. And then Iron Jaw. Yeah. And Power of the Punch. If you guys are going to have some of these other things, like where it's like, be careful, don't get disqualified, make sure your wrestler has one thing that doesn't say that. Like one thing that could say that, one thing that doesn't say that. Otherwise, that wrestler, I don't care, you can make them rated at 100. If their paybacks are wrong, they're at a huge disadvantage. Yeah, Miss Nightmare is one of the kind of iconic TCW wrestlers. She's been around for some time. All right, so we made the wrestler. Now I go in, we make the moveset. We did the ratings. We did half the attire. Now we come in and make the moveset. So, because we're doing it this way, because we're doing the initial move set, this is what I do. So that they all don't have the same moves minus a couple moves, right? You want to come in, copy a move set from another wrestler that kind of lines up. And so what I'll do is this, watch. Bianca Belair. Take away the paybacks, take away the attributes. I leave the rest of the stuff. Sometimes I even take away the combos, but I take away the rest of the stuff. I go in here. Go straight to the finisher. I look at Bianca Belair's head damage, and she's got that, but that's a super. So head damage on the moveset, right? Now, Miss Nightmare, this might not work because her finishing move is the flapjack. And I think that's body damage. Oh, it's not. And flapjack 2. Hold on. She does it. Okay, to be fair, I don't see the difference. Which is probably why I put both of those in there. Everybody only has one finishing move, or if sometimes if there's a variation, but now we got to look at this. That's why. I almost feel like maybe this is a thing like in that holds her back. So let's just look at something here real quick. In the flapjack department. Let's look at 1, because 1 looks like she doesn't throw him into the ropes. Yeah, let's give her a 1. That way, if she's on the outside of the ring, she can actually do a finisher. And just real quick, looking again, even though that's body damage, but still. Now, that's so interesting. You look at Bianca Belair's finisher, you want to talk about it being jacked up. You look at her finisher, and it's head damage for the most part. You look at all of her signature moves, they're all body damage. That's not the best way to do things in life. There is a better way, Daniel-san. Okay. So let's put in hers. And everybody gets 2 to 3 special moves. Now, look at what I accidentally did. I put... So we got to switch these out. This has got to be the German suplex because it's not... Of course. A horse is a horse, of course, unless that horse isn't a horse, of course. And then that horse, of course, his name is Mr. Ed. So we go double underhook, brainbuster, and then here we want 4, and of course we can't have 4, so we might do something else. I'm not opposed to that. So we got that. Instead of that, now let's see if we can get the double underhook, or the German suplex number 4. There we go. So this, bam, and then right in to her finisher. This one's got a pinning combo, and then this one doesn't. Okay. So there's that. So now we've got the finisher. We've got we've got that. Now we go in. This is just the quick way to do it, the springboard. She's too big to be doing springboards, but what is this? Not a chance that she's going to do that. No. See, for big people, I'm not opposed to this. Like, you have them having a move to get in and do something. They're all body moves. Nice. But see where they're jumping? Yeah, see that I'm not opposed to. I could see a big person doing that. You know what I mean? This one, there's a way. There's a few different things. Right there. That's fine. Fine. Like, so there's a few, like, little things. Okay, yeah, we got that one. That are fine. 2 ringside. What? That's good. Nope. But could do that. That's fine. And that's good. So now we know that she won't be doing all the crazies, right? So done. Now that's the initial move set done. That's a fast way to kind of get a move set and make it her own and make it so that it's not going to be a million things. Now, later on, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and we'll do that. So now the next thing we need to make her viable is her entrance. And her victory motion. And then she's ready to go into a show. So hers, let's look at the Money in the Bank motion. Double championship, I'm pretty sure that's fine. I always check on some of those because some of them have that. Now for her, we definitely want to take the Titantron out. Don't even want the Titantron for her, the default light show. And I like the fact this year, you see as we move, it shows the light show. Love it. For her, that's perfect. Banner. There's actually something I'm going to look for right now. And I just wish I could remember the name. Then I wouldn't have to look for the name. But I think there's something in here that would be very, very cool. I could just remember the name. I think it's at the top half of the thing, but we're already this far in. Stacked McSlacks. Interesting. Okay. So we want to remember Ava Marino. Like, while it doesn't work there, and now I just realized it is a My Rise thing. Chase, okay. That's interesting. So that's going to... Oh, and then it said the name. Cole Quinn, and his doesn't say the name, which is good. El Mago, and of course it says the name. I just wish it wouldn't say the name. Hector Flores. Like, it's a missed opportunity. Japan Dome. Josie Jane. That's weird. We should have her, but okay. Mutiny Mania. God, I wish it used to not say the name on the thing, and now they're like, let's say the name everywhere. It's amazing. Who are we talking about? The Scott Steiner one is pretty cool, to be fair. That one? Love it. Okay. Can't find it. It's just so weird because I thought I found something. Like a lot of these used to not have like this part of it, the stage ramp. Yeah, Ozzy's in the tag team. Ozzy's also our greatest TCW Women's World Champion. Okay, and it's probably here. It's just funny because not all of them have. Oh, don't say the name. That's awesome. There we go. So let's save this real quick. Back in. That was perfect. I think right there. Let's try this one. Right there, let's try. These two usually work well together. Yeah. There we go. Okay. see the whole thing together now. All together now. A lot of it's not even about but you see how the lighting now interacts with her because it's dark out. So she's coming in and out of the darkness, and because of the pyro, the lighting. Like, look at her eyes right there. That's crazy. But because the pyro and stuff's going off, it's still lighting her up. So now we've got that. We go right into the victory motion. And this goes even faster when you're not explaining it, like when you're not going through talking about it on the stream. Like, I'll get in the zone and I'm just going. I'm getting it, you know what I mean?
Here is your winner, Miss Nightmare. 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 Here is
Well,
your
you
winner,
gotta check some of these
Miss
because, like, there we go. Because it goes against what she would be doing. So you can see that's kind of how you go through and create one quicker. Like, get in, now they're ready to go. Are they done? No. Like, there's more to do on them, like putting in their entrance attire, mastercrafting the moveset, but the moveset is different. So, but guys, that's going to do it for us here this morning. I'm going to stream here again this afternoon. Remember, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification at the same time we go live, share the video, and we'll catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.